All right, hey everyone, welcome to the stream. Got some GACs to play tonight. We'll play on Loquitur, of course, and we're going to play on Lex Talionis. My Loquitur account's 9.5 million, my Lex account's 2 million, and we'll see how those Grand Arenas look. TK is in the house. Hey, TK. What's up, man? Kyber Soze's here. Says he's busy. If anybody doesn't know who Kaiser Soze is, you should really watch a movie called The Usual Suspects. It's a really good movie. Really good movie. It's one of those ones that's not quite what you think, and the plot twist is worth watching. Definitely. Usual Suspects. It's on my list. It's on my list of all-time favorite movies. Most people, they say they've got a few favorite movies. I've got a handful, maybe 5 to 10 movies that I really like more than S-tier movies that I think are better than most of the other movies that I've watched in my life. And Usual Suspects is in that list. I really liked that movie the first time I ever saw it. And it's one of those movies that I can go back and watch again and again, and I don't get tired of seeing it. It's great acting. Nice. Descending Madness says it's a great movie. Yeah. Fight Club is in there. So is Fallen. Those are all movies that definitely have plot twists that are worth watching the movie. Yeah. I also have to express a little bit of pride right here at the start. Man, I tell you guys, this is a pretty good feeling. Go into your territory wars, and you're like, all right, let's see what battles I have left to do this morning. Maybe I can, do some more ship battles or something, and you come in to your territory war, and the whole pie is just burning. Full clear, and the opponent, 0 zones cleared. Man, I don't know about you guys, but this makes me smile. Look at this. Holds everywhere. Just too much power. I never looked at my team. Where did I end up? Am I down here at the bottom? Did I get my feet removed? Where's the Darth Loquitur team here? Oh, must have been up top. I must have been in the teams that didn't get beat. I didn't see myself up there. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where am I? Oh, right there. Right there. I'm at the top of the list. I got a couple holds with my team. 5 holds with this team. Okay. I just got to show you guys that I'm not trying to say anything bad about the guild that we're fighting against, but I'm only trying to say good things about my own guild, and they're very organized. Every zone that comes open, they publish advice on what teams to use and what they expect and how to beat it, and I don't know. It is fun. It is a fun guild to be a part of. Love you guys. Anybody who's watching from my guild, man, love you guys. Fun times. Nick says, "Oh, I caught you leaking, TW." Look how nicely he speaks of his officers. Yeah. Thanks, Nick. I mean, seriously, it's no joke. It takes a lot of time and effort and care. You gotta want it. You have to want your whole team to succeed. So I appreciate that. I respect it. It's a good deal. So as they said, I spelled it wrong though. It's S-O-Z-E, I think. Descending Madness says, oh man, I just got my SLKR to Relic 3 today. Nice. SLKR is busted with this latest round of Datacrons. Like, how hard he hits is pretty insane. Pretty crazy, really. You can still kill SLKR, though. So I love Datacrons that are good, and you can put them on defense. I would love to be able to put SLKR on defense. But for teams like a JML or even a Jedi Knight Luke team, I think can still beat him. Because you just mark SLKR himself, and the Datacron doesn't really stop him from getting killed. So you just kind of snipe him out of the team. And still, even with that Datacron. So, but it's, well, when you're controlling the matchup, it's pretty insane how much damage he's doing. SLKR versus Rey is a 10 to 20 second battle with the SLKR Kron. It's wild. Yeah, his damage ramps fast. Well, I mean, it starts out so high, so obviously when you start at a higher level, you're going to ramp faster. Hit that like button, y'all. Got quite a few people in here chilling who haven't hit the like button so far. Appreciate if you could do that. If anybody needs me to look at their account, I might be able to look at an account or two tonight. Just let me know. I think most of us are in a spot where it's pretty obvious what we're doing with the accounts right now. So I don't think a lot of people are needing advice on what to do next. We're building for the raid with Gungans. We're building Queen Amidala teams if we can. And looking toward whatever comes next. 2 green check marks. That's interesting. Rey did her job in the last round. So in the last round, I got stymied on 2 different zones. We had a Inquisitor team that we couldn't beat, and then an Inquisitor fleet we couldn't beat. But he got hung up on my Rey. And I came in here and I looked and I said to myself at first, like, he got rid of Kylo. So why wouldn't he have come in and tried to finish this team off? And then I realized with this Datacron, you can't try to finish Rey off with anything because you first have to get Holdo below 100%. And she's sitting there at 100%. So whatever team you brought in here, you would have to deal damage to Holdo's health before you could even kill Rey. So I think my opponent looked at that and just went, okay. I didn't get it. So yeah, as cleaning up that team it's not easy. It's not an easy team to clean up. But we got 1196 on our side, and he got 1088 on his side. So we kind of left, 2 zones uncleared, but I got a few more battles in than he did. So I took it by a little bit. Obviously, if Rey hadn't held, we'd have lost that GAC. So it's a good job. He did beat my Amidala, my Queen Amidala team in one shot, though, so curious what he used. The opponent today, Malise Emrys. Malise Emrys. Trying to think if that's an anagram for something. Emrys. Surmi. Nah. Well, if it's an anagram or something like that, I don't know what it is. But anyway, with the Asylum Guild, I assume that's an A. I got a question mark. Asylum. 11.2 million galactic power, 4.6 in ships. That means he's got pretty much everything in ships done. 6.6 in characters. Means he's got most of the characters done. Galactic War Battles, 134,000. So this player's been in there for 7 years. 8 years? Well, 8 times 44 would be 32, 37. Okay, so he's a little over 7 years. A little over 7 years. All right, ship-wise, here we see Home 1, Finalizer Radis. Negotiator, Malevolence are done. Executor, Profundity, Leviathan, it's all in there. Comeuppance is still not finished. Huh, interesting. For an account this size, I would usually expect to see Zori done, but that's about all he has left to do. The Ebon Hawk isn't relicked. Lando's Falcon, Gear 12 characters. That's about it. Okay. Galactic Legends, 6 Galactic Legends. Interesting, so he doesn't have Jabba or Leia. Huh. Okay. Third Sister's Relic 9, Dark Trooper Moff Gideon's Relic 9, Darth Bane's Relic 9. Wow. Okay. So we don't have all the Galactic Legends, but a bunch of these characters are Relic 9. Cal Kestis is in here at 8. Maul is in here at 7. Let's see. Afra, Starkiller. Starkiller's in here. Huh. Malicos is Relic 3. Marin. Alright, I didn't actually see Afra. Did I miss her? Nope, there's no Afra. And let's look for Bo-Katan. Just the older Bo-Katan. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so it looks like this player's doing the kind of, let's say, free-to-play and building stuff that's on double shard drops. So probably means he's still working on Afra, still working on, you know, Bo-Katan, Mandalore, and some stuff like that. Okay. So he doesn't have quite everything on characters. Let's take a look at mods and see how serious he is about modding these characters. Here's Mara Jade at 343. That's too fast for, well, never mind. I was going to say it's too fast for us, but I've taken the Gideon out of that team anyway, so my Moff Gideon is playing defense these days. 333 on Darth Revan, that's pretty fast Revan. Darth Revan isn't that fast of a character on his base speed, so when you see him up there, you know it's pretty good mods. 343 on Scout Trooper. Do you guys value your Scout Trooper being this fast? Because I mean, he's a good character, but I wouldn't value Scout Trooper being one of my fastest characters. I would probably put that onto Moff Gideon or Captain Rex or even this Rex. I value those characters being really fast. Alright, so my opponent has good mods. 317 on Piet. We should have a bit of a speed advantage overall, but I'll have to watch it on the matchups that I have to pay attention to the speed on. Let's look at the Datacrons for just a second. See how much he's invested in Datacrons. A decent chunk. So he's doing like what, 2, 4, 6, 8, like 10 high-level Datacrons per set. I've seen a pretty significant change in the amount of Datacrons that I've been able to develop. I sort of changed my methodology from what I was doing in the past a little bit. So in the past, when I was farming Datacron materials, I was farming money off of Zone 1 and, you know, spending quite a bit of refresh energy down at the low level getting money. This particular time around, I haven't farmed money for Datacrons. I've just farmed the materials like Zone 3, 4, 5, mainly. And I've been spending Shard Shop currency to buy the Datacron money. And let's go take a look real quick, because it's completely changed the dynamics of building Datacrons for me. And what's happening now, if I go into any of these Datacrons, I have plenty of materials. Look at this. 400 of these materials, well, this is less than it seems, right? When you start doing high-level Datacrons, you chew through those in a hurry. But we've got like 852 of these things. So I'm always held back by the currency. And then as I go along, even after Conquest is closed, every week I can come in here and convert Shard Shop stuff into Datacron money, and then I get, like, let's say, more Datacrons this way, and I can build them up slowly. So like the next 2 weeks there won't be a Conquest, and I'll still be building Datacrons continuously for the next 2 weeks, using up all those materials. So when Conquest is on, my materials get stocked, and then as I can buy the money out of the Shard Shop, the currency comes back down, and I get a ton more Datacrons with a whole lot less of the 100 cost refreshes. So that's been my jam here lately. All right, let's catch up. Nick says, are you going to Relic 9 POW and MQG for the assault battle? POW and Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Kenobi. So, Master Qui-Gon. So, most likely I will. When I was looking at my teams for the raid, I would... So they've said that there's going to be a Relic 9 tier this time around in the raid. I will probably put the Queen Amidala team at Relic 9. So yeah, once I get those characters built out, I would intend them to go to Relic 9. Boris Balkan says, hey, Emrys is Merlin's supposed last name. Ah, interesting. Emrys. Zaid says, if he doesn't feel like remodding for raid. Nick says, I pretty much just farm the Zone 4 Datacron node and buy data cache with Shard Shop currency. It works very well. I have a crazy amount of crons for my GP without trying really too hard. Yeah, that's... I've been doing it that way. And you do have to farm a Zone 1 a little bit, right? Because you need, like, the raw level 0 Datacrons. But once you get some of those built up, see, I was just going in there and selling off like all the extra Datacrons and converting them to materials and farming money that way. And I was developing, let's say, the same amount of Datacrons during Conquest that I'm doing now, except doing it this way, I can continue to build more Datacrons in between Conquests. And I'm surprised at how much Shard Shop currency I do have to spare. I'm still buying, those 360 purchases. But there's so many characters in the game now, and there's so many shards dropping for everything that I do get a pretty good chunk of Shard Shop currency. And I haven't worked through my friendship points in a while, so I can get more if I ever need it. Get in there and open up some of my Shard Shop stuff. I'm still working on getting enough teams for Conquest, so I don't really even try it at all. So if you don't have enough teams for Conquest, then the issue is that you run out of stamina on your good teams. So what you can still do, you run out of stamina on your good teams. It doesn't stop you from going into Zone 3 or 4 and just multi-simming that end node with your 50 cost refreshes. So I would say, even if you don't have all that many teams, focused at first on just clearing the zones and getting to Zone 3 and 4 so that you can do the 50 cost refreshes every day and get those Datacron materials. if you're in the middle somewhere and you can afford those 50 cost refreshes, it's it's an important part of the game at higher levels. So you got to pay attention to it. Top zone here, we've got Lord Vader. We've got Lord Vader in a team with Maul. The red tank is only Relic 3 and Relic 7. When I see a team like this, this player has committed Relic 9s to a bunch of other stuff. We saw that out in the main lobby. And this team, if you really want to set it up this way, putting these tanks at Relic 9 and putting Maul at 8 completely changes how this team plays on defense. We have to see how Bane looks without his Datacron. If Bane is just, stifling, maybe it doesn't matter anymore. Maybe Bane just always beats Lord Vader. But yeah, certainly under normal circumstances, Lord Vader, if you're going for him, you really need to put high relics on the rest of his team, and it really changes how hard he is to beat. All right, 15% max health and protection, some armor penetration, just a bunch of generic stats. So it doesn't look like the Datacron is going to be anything surprising. Night Sister team with no Datacron. Geo team, full relic Geos with a Relic 7 Sunfac and Brood Alpha. Phoenix on defense. Boy, I gotta say, I sure haven't fought a lot of Phoenix on defense. Offense, Celestial, protection. Okay, so it's got some ability blocks. It's got light side allies. So it's just typical wreck stuff, right? Like stupid amounts of recovery. So we'll have to take something in there. I really don't know. I'm trying to think back. I fought a few teams on defense that had Rex, like in a Mon Mothma team or Rex in a Leia team, some stuff like that. But I don't think I've ever just fought just straight up Phoenix on defense with Rex. What am I going to use there? What kills Phoenix? Traya? If we use Triumvirate there, they just kill themselves attacking Traya. Or attacking into my Traya team. So maybe Triumvirate up there. We've got a really big Qui-Gon team here. Good relics on all of his characters, and then a Relic 5 Mace with a Mace Datacron. I feel like we can still use our Radis team here. It should work. There's 2 tanks, but Radis is pretty good about controlling Mace with buff immunity and then getting to Qui-Gon. And there's some small chance I've failed with that team before if they just go crazy and just target focus my Radis and annihilate him. I've had that happen before, but typically they don't go after the Radis that hard. So we'll think about that. Here we've got a Malgus team. We've got Rey with a Raycron, and let's check this Raycron and see if it's got the. It doesn't have the stipulation that everybody has to get hurt. So we can probably do this with Sith Eternal. Or we can use Kenobi there if we need to with that setup. And then we've got Saw Gerrera. And again, I think I've only fought one Saw team ever. And it's when it had the stupid Datacron and the Saw team was like you had to use a GL to beat it. So under normal circumstances, I feel like this team, it doesn't feel that threatening to me. Let's take a look at the ability here. 30% health at the start of the fight if everybody's rebel fighters. They have crit damage, defense, 10 speed. Well, they don't have full health, 5 speed for each stack. And then they kind of, he does the bomb thing, the explosive trap. Okay, start of the encounter. Gains offense, set explosive trap, use once per battle. When it detonates, remove it from all enemies. If there's only one active enemy, explosive trap detonates at the end of Saw's turn. Lose 1 stack whenever blah 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 explodes. Can't be evaded. What a wall of text. Takes a bonus turn to increase the cooldowns of all enemies by 1. So whatever we do, we're going to come in, he's going to set a trap on us, he's going to reduce our cooldowns by 1. What stops us from using Imperial troopers on this guy? They don't have full health, they gain stacking speed. Speed up. He doesn't get the explosive trap for free, right? He actually has to take a turn to activate it. Taking Imperial troopers against Cara Dune's a risk, but if we're fast enough, what stops us from just troopering this? Imperial troopers beat Phoenix. So we want to use the Phoenix there versus the troopers. Just check the Captain Rex speed. Okay. Well, like I said, my Gideon is on defense, so I don't have a super fast character. He gives, what is it, like 50 speed to the team? Right? Because he gives it, is it twice? So he gains 25 speed, and while in Grand Arenas, he gains an additional 25 speed. So he's got 50 speed over what we see here. Also, he's 356. So he'll be 356. It's going to be close. Where's my Piet? 348, so I'm 368 under the Veer's lead. 368's faster than 346, right? Or 356. So I've got him just by a touch. I kind of want to run that battle first. I've got Iden on offense because I've used up all the remnant troopers on defense. So I do have the option of sticking Iden in here, or I can use Schnee Trooper and a Datacron. I'll probably do that. And I think we've got one that's pretty offensive-minded up here. That's got a bunch of armor penetration. Yeah, here we go. Ton of armor penetration, so it's just... Does that have dark side? Yeah, dark side evaded by an enemy's okay. All right. So we can use this. It should be good. Let's give this a try. Let's give it the old try here. Sabine is the weakest link, I think, easiest to kill. Maybe Ezra's even easier. We'll pick on them first. Or we've miscalculated speed and it's all going to go horribly wrong. But I think it's just the 50 speed that Rex gets. Okay. He's close. He's very close. All right, let's go like this and get bigger hits enabled. And I think I'm going to drop the bomb on Ezra Bridger. Let's do that. Okay. Counterattacks are for real. I'm just going to take a basic here because I don't want to hit all of his characters. Let's do Hera here. And then I'm going to take a couple hits toward Rex. Nope. Changed my mind. All right, big basic over here so that it's just Rex. And now if we get the days on us, well, okay, never mind. 75, that was clean. I'll take that. That looked good. 348 pet, y'all. Not the best pet in the game. I almost have the best Moff Gideon in the game in terms of speed. I think I'm number 4 on the global list of fastest Moff Gideons, for what that's worth. One character. Alright, so we've got Bane. We could use Bane on Vader. We could use Jedi Master Luke up there. We can use Sith Eternal on the Malgus team. I think I might do that. I think I might use Kenobi here. What do we expect to see on the back wall? That's the question. We haven't seen Queen Amidala, but we still have SLKR. We could just take him in and take out Queen Amidala if we see her on the back wall. So the other option is to use Sith Eternal here, which is a little bit risky. Use Sith Eternal here, use like Darth Bane here, and then see what's on the back wall. I want to save Bane though. Bane is just like universally good against almost everything except the Kenobi team, right? So if he has Kenobi on the back wall, that would be the one thing that would mess us up, because we'd have a hard time beating a Kenobi team. Yeah, I think I like Kenobi here, Sith Eternal here, and then just wait to see what's on the back wall. Clean these other two teams up. Okay, let's get in here and give this a try. The other thing I could do is do First Order here. Right? We could do First Order. I don't think any of this gives us a problem, right? The vacuum cleaner's not an issue. The rest of the stuff shouldn't be a problem, right? So he doesn't have Jabba. We won't see Jabba on the back wall. And it saves Kenobi, which is like more universally kill anything kind of a team. So maybe I like SLKR here better. What do you guys think of that? Seem good? Bane Malak beats JMK because Cat is hard-coded to insta-kill Malak. Why wouldn't you do Bane Kron versus Rey? Well, I mean, I could. I could do Bane Kron versus Rey. I could do SLKR. I guess I just feel like Bane Kron is beats everything, right? I can use that. If I don't have to use Bane against something else, I can beat Lord Vader with it. So I'm just thinking that Bane is like a universal beats anything tool right now. Baze has pre-taunt. Okay, let's try this. Let's go through and try to kill Rey here. Now this is a First Order Trooper Kron. It's not a SLKR Kron, so it won't. We won't melt the Rey team quite as fast as we might otherwise. All right, let's get in and do it. Does Rey revive against SLKR? Or is that... Does it actually stop the Rey Kron from reviving at all? feel like it might actually stop the Raycron, right? We'll go over here, siphon. Okay, ouch. We'll restun Ben Solo. Send him in over here. Okay, we've procced her immunity. Get her down to nothing. Kill him. Kill her. Yeah, and she doesn't revive. So the Datacron doesn't work against SLKR. That's pretty fantastic. Alright, let's do this one. Try to keep it simple. We'll use C, Watt, and the red tank. Every time I click this red tank, I always think to myself, man, I need to take his relic levels up. I need to get him at better relic levels someday. Let's see. This is the Sith Cron that we've got here. Sure, it's fine. It's not specifically a Sith Cron, but or let's say it doesn't really help Sith Eternal that much, but it's one of the few things that I have that has Sith written on it, right? So take it. All right. And then everyone with no hair is going to get linked up. I guess technically Darth Maul doesn't have hair either, so I guess that would be a misleading statement in this particular battle. All right, let's give some protection back to the tank. Oh, can't give protection back with doubt. Never mind. Killing my tank. In my base, they're killing my dudes. Okay. Just waiting on the ult. It's kind of how it works with Sith Eternal. It's kind of how it's worked forever with Sith Eternal. He just lets everybody else die and then, you know, shoots lightning bolts. With, you guys got to say it, unlimited power. All right, let's see if there's a limit to my power today. We got cooled down. All right, there we go. No limit to that power after I got my cooldowns back. Certainly seems unlimited. The amount of power that this character has, some might consider to be unnatural. Rogue One, same thing. I'm going to pick this Rogue One team, and I'm always going to think to myself, man, I really need to relic that K2. Finish this team off. We can put Mon Mothma in here. We're probably not going to need a Mon Mothma team somewhere else, and it helps to, you know, be able to manage the buffs. Let's see if we got a 15% Datacron in here anywhere. There we go. We'll just do the health and protection. And, you know, snipe out Qui-Gon, weather the storm, and then kill everybody. That's the gimmick. All right. Let's go. SLKR prevents revives on his turn. Fair enough, right? So as long as he's the one who does the killing, it's prevented. All right. We're just going to take a basic here. Basic here. We'll throw a grenade. And then we'll try to get buff immunity on him with the basic from Cassian. Summon the ad. Okay. Can we steal turn meter? No, he's got tenacity on, so it's not going to help. All right. Buff immunity? Nope. That's my fault. All right. Come on. We got to get a big hit on Qui-Gon now. Okay. Let's see if we can bring Cassian back to life. There was no crits in any of that. Alright, well, let's try to get Qui-Gon dead. No. We didn't get him. Okay. Now we got him. Let's see if we can get some turn meter or a stun or anything. The answer is no. Alright. Try to bring somebody back. Just waste some time here. Throw the book at him. Big hit. Got to get Anakin down. Come on now. Oof. Cassian's down again. Got these taunts in the way all the time. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Oh boy. We're going to lose our Radis now. Yikes. Okay. That's just a few too many taunts there. I think there was one or two attacks where maybe I didn't get around the taunt properly, but yeah, that was not fantastic. I'm going to try to clean this up with a Mandalorian team. With Qui-Gon out, we should be okay to clean this up with a much lesser team. I don't think Anakin just one-shot us with this team. Still got taunts everywhere. This may not be enough to kill these Jedi, but I want to try to clean it up for cheap and then get to the back wall. So we're just going to throw in these Mandos. All right, the counterattacks are real. Wow. Okay. Let's do a couple hits here. Well, the heck with it. I'm just going to do all the hits. 3, 4. Psh, done. 41 banners. Cleaned up. Cleaned up. All right. Saw. I came, I saw, I conquered. Night Sisters, Grievous, Jedi, Sidious, Bounty Hunters, Ewoks, Triumvirate. A lot of teams here that we could use. What do you think about bounty hunters here, y'all? Bounty hunters? Nick says so much cringe foresight. Yeah, the Qui-Gon team definitely does get a lot of foresight. A lot of foresight. I couldn't find a sequence where I could get the buff immunity onto Mace. That's usually the go-ahead for the team to get the kill, right? You get the damage immunity onto Mace, and then I also did the hope a little bit early. I probably should have held off a couple more turns to do the hope, and I probably could have played that better. Man, I don't know what to take against this team. We've got CLS. We've got Wampa, but I don't know if this team has tenacity down on any of these characters. Reduce all enemies, dispel debuffs, heal over time, physical damage, blind, all of the things. Debuffs. taunt, tank, sting stuff, junk. So many words. Yeah, I don't think any of these characters have tenacity down. Or, yeah, tenacity down. Swgoh GG, tenacity down characters. Let's take a look, see if anybody's on the list. Cal, Kandris, Dooku, Malak. Good gravy, there's a lot of stuff in the game these days that does tenacity down. But not on this team. Nothing on this team. So does that mean that we can just Wampa this? Is this just Wampa food? But then if we see Iden on the back wall, we might not have anything good against her. CLS team? Is there any reason CLS won't work here? If anybody knows a reason why not to use CLS, speak now or forever hold your peace. CLS 82% win rate. All right. Well, I'm going to take those chances then. Who do we kill first? I feel like we kill Cara Dune first. Does that stun her first? Or Chirrut? Maybe we kill Chirrut first to get him out of there. Okay. Yeah, I think Chirrut. We can work around Baze, right? We can take off his taunt. We've got 2 taunts to deal with. But CLS should be able to work around their taunt. 3PO and Chewie can help work around the taunts. I think we got to try to kill Chirrut. All right, Chirrut. Let's see if we can get him in one shot. The answer is yes. Let's go over here on Leia and see if we can... Oh, man. Han. Merciless. Merciless. He's like, you're mighty cute, but BAM! Here's a nuke to the face. I don't think they've got a very good relationship in this particular matchup. Yikes! That didn't feel like an 82% win rate. That felt like a 110% win rate. That felt like CLS is an auto win against that team. That could just be that he didn't have very high relic levels or mods or whatever, but... There's that Queen Amidala team that... Oh! She's leading the Bad Batch. That's interesting. Okay, so we... And there's that Iden team that I said, hey, we might have an Iden team on the back wall for Wampa. Luckily, I didn't fall for it. Let's just take a simple Datacron, go in here, crush Iden. I know that I'm not going to use Wampa for something else, right? So there's not even any reason to go, you know, look up top and see if there's something we want Wampa for. We know we want him for this matchup right here. Okay, Womp. And now we're just chilling. Is it true that there's not a scout trooper on this team? Okay. He had a really high speed, high relic scout trooper. And then doesn't have it on the Iden team. I find that odd. Right? Because that scout trooper makes this team quite a bit harder to Wampa. Okay, that should get him out. I think ranged trooper is the next intentional target. Okay. Now we've got some stark contrast here. Stark contrast is the contrast between a hungry Wampa and adapt or die. You know, I think the problem is you're too committed to that in this fight, and you're not going to adapt in time. And that's just a feeling that I have, but I think others might have that feeling too. There's your other option. You didn't adapt. Sorry. Wampa food. All right, so we definitely want to, I think, use a GL here. And then this has Vandor, Chewbacca, Enfys Nest, a bunch of garbage. So basically, and by garbage I mean good characters. That's a a B team, right? It's not hard to beat, but it's annoying if you don't bring in enough damage. So we will probably just use a GL there. Okay. So we've got Bane. And we can chuck Bane in here against Vader. And that feels like a good battle. I won't say an easy win, but oh yeah, I will. Never mind. Should be an easy win. That'll curse me. Usually if I say something like that, I'll instantly go wrong. But we fought this battle before successfully. So I expect that to happen again. There is a Thrawn, which is annoying, but I don't think that changes too much. Let's go. Swgoh Gameplay says, hey DL, how are you? Doing well. How about yourself? Please, if you're chilling, watching the show, having a little fun, consider annihilating that like button. I would appreciate it. It does help me, helps the channel. How is it that we were that fast? Yikes. We got in 2 turns before Vader even went? That doesn't feel normal, right? Like Vader usually goes second? Yes? Am I misremembering this? I feel like his Lord Vader must be pretty slow. Okay. Yeet! And just, I don't know, auto. Bane is so broken. Bane is just... adjusted power level is over 9,000. That character is too much good stuff in one package. Empire. We can take a look at this team. Throw in some Mara Jade. Probably put in a, I don't know, Tarkin, whatever. Let's take a look at speeds and see if we've got enough speed to pull this off. He's at 301. That's a decently fast alpha. Spy is the other character that can be fast. Soldiers, 263. Spy is 235. Okay, when you look at the lineup here, guys, you want to make sure that your soldier is always in the lineup before Poggle, because when these guys are assisting, the attacks land in the order from top to bottom. So if you activate Spy, he'll remove buffs. You want Soldier to be next to apply Tenacity down, and then Poggle last to put on ability block after the Tenacity down is on. Okay, so let's check and make sure we're faster than 301 with one of these characters. 309 with Thrawn. They don't get any bonus speed that I'm aware of, so we should be good. We'll take a couple hits back on Mara Jade. but hopefully we'll survive that. Hey, I'm fighting the 26th, the largest account in the game, who has over 14.5 million galactic power. And he has a minimum of I can't see it, it's hidden behind a character, like a minimum of Relic 7, is that what you're saying? Oh, I did that wrong. I should have just kicked the brute, and then I wouldn't have had to take that counterattack. Okay. We'll do... I could have done Force Crush for free, and I didn't. That's a bad move on my part. I think it's all going to work out fine. We'll take a Force Crush and a Yeet. And then Vader should be going again, right? All right. If one Merciless Massacre isn't enough, try again. Dat Vader. My Vader is very badly modded. Most people's Vaders would have killed like all of these Geos already. My Vader's like, you stole my mods, bro. You put them on somebody else. Vader's one of those characters that I want to be modded well, but it just, so much stuff has come into the account that I need the better mods on. And Vader is the one that got punished for it. I feel like Gas here, because, you know, we can just not have to worry about Night Sisters coming back ever. I think Gas still beats Marin. Have them killed and stayed down. They can't be brought back in any way, right? They can't be revived at all with Gas, I believe. I've got a Jedi-Cron here. That's the big one. This is the medium one. This one goes with Gas. Let me make sure. I clicked that too fast. Yeah, it's got the 13% protection and the Jedi mechanics. So we'll try to just steamroll some Night Sisters. Let's go. Minimum of Relic 7. Yeah, it's brutal. It's fun though, right? It's fun fighting somebody with so much more galactic power than you. Knowing that you're just that dang good. Okay. Marin says, come back. And we answer, no. All right, Marin down. That was the 7th Marin. There's a joke there. I have to figure out how to make this joke. Because it certainly wasn't Marinate. Marinate. I don't know. There's a joke there about Marinate. I can't figure it out. A dad joke in the making. What do we got for ships? Leviathan. Executor and... this could be doable. We might be able to... If we get good rolls, we can use the Chimera against the Leviathan. We'll use our Profundity against the Executor. And I think resistance against the Separatist fleet seems good. We could do Galactic Republic here. Should be good. We can try to snipe out Queen Amidala with Cat. I think we've got the right Datacron. We don't have the right 5th, though. We've stolen all of our good 5th characters for this team. Okay, so this has Galactic Republic, assists, all that stuff. This one should be... Oh, that's the ability block one. While Galactic Republic allies have protection up, they have accuracy, counter chance, critical chance, and they ignore taunt. Equip. So we should be able to cat her right away, I think. Well, anyway, it's a JMK team. This team got melted by that third sister team. I could not believe it. I got shamed. Let's just go straight for the reset and the kill. And then we'll start dancing. Get some foresight on everybody, because foresight is not annoying at all, I've heard. Everybody loves foresight. Let's cleanse all that garbage off. Okay. And then they're all in stealth. So now we've got to fight this decoy whether we like it or not. I mean, it's fine, right? Like, we don't even care. We're going to carve through the decoy slowly but surely and get to the juicy Bad Batch behind. Let's get Tech out of here. Teak. Goodbye, Teak. Goodbye, Hunta. Goodbye, Echo. You notice they didn't put Omega in here. They could have. They could have added Omega. Chose not to. Reason for that. Alrighty. And then we've got a Galactic Legend, so we're going to use it. We might need to save on some banner efficiency here, so I don't think dropping one Jedi makes a difference. I think we just come in with the overkill party. Ain't no party like an overkill party. And we just try to maximize our banner by going quickly. We'll try to get Dash Rendar out as soon as possible so that we don't have to take the area effect and lose a bunch of banners. Enfys Nest will probably still do the trick, though, huh? Yikes, okay. Send in Luke. And we'll stun everybody if we can. Let's go all in on Rendar. Get him out of here. Oh, Vandor Chewbacca. Vandor Chewbacca. Forgot about you for a split second. Not for too long, though. Bam. Let's try to get a big hit on Nest. That was a big hit. Okay. I was going to get a big hit on her and then go over to the other character and just wait and see, but we optimized our banners by killing everybody before they got a turn, so success. We only dropped one battle so far, right? We've only dropped that Qui-Gon Jinn fight. So we're doing okay in terms of efficiency. Let's okay, so he's got the Sith fighter in as the first one. Special ability needs to be used from the TIE Advanced. We'll just do the typical routine and see if we can get him out of here. Swgoh Gameplay says I might stop him from getting a full clear, but I'm not sure if I can get a full clear either. That's a legitimate strategy, though. I mean, my strategy right now is to get my defense good enough that I can reasonably try to hold most opponents at Kyber 2. Well, I'm not saying I will hold them, but I want to have a chance to hold them so that I don't absolutely have to full clear. And we've seen a couple times where that's exactly what happens. Last round, right? All right, let's get a big hit. All right, we did a magic trick and he disappeared. That's pretty fantastic. Okay. Get ourselves some offense up. We won't be able to use it, but we'll go ahead and take it. Interesting. Nothing got stunned. Why is one of my ships not stunned? Okay, I guess the fighter got stunned just there. I'm doing better than expected for reasons I don't understand. Okay, now we'll bring in And this ship, we're still ahead of him getting the call off on my ship, so we actually get our second reinforcement to live, which is nice. It's not always the case. Let's heal up this scythe here. We'll go ahead and get rid of that. It gives him 10 stacks when I get rid of it, but I don't want to have to deal with the retaliation. So just keep chipping away here. All right. And then somebody advised me when the capital ship comes up to call a basic on my defender. So we do that, and off he goes. All right, success with the first battle. It's always a good sign. Now we'll do the pro fun ditty. It's a very professional and fun song we're going to sing. Yeah, we'll just take the standard loadout. Man, it is tempting to take this instead. Gets me to the alt just a little bit faster, and with the standard lineup, I think might be a better play. Being able to cleanse the Millennium Falcon, though, is really good. We'll take this. I don't think I'm going to need the First Order fleet, which is where else I would use Cassian's U-Wing. So if we don't expect to have a First Order fleet battle where I need it, no. No, 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 no. Now, guys, I don't mind losing a GAC, but losing it to that garbage, that is frustrating. All right. Take a second to calm down here. I'm certain we lost that team. I'm certain we lost it. With any luck, there might be a situation where we don't show that as a battle, but I'm sure we lost it. Come on! Is that the EA client or BlueStacks? I honestly couldn't tell you. My game only ever crashes during GAC. Like I can play this game for days, never reset the game, just play and play and play and play territory wars. The only time I ever get resets like that is in Grand Arena. So I honestly don't know. And that's probably the Grand Arena right there, because my opponent is most likely going to full clear me. And I was on track to full clear him quite efficiently. And now I'm not even going to be able to clear this zone. So without clearing this zone, that's it. I lose the fight. The EA client runs smoother and scrolls faster is why I say that. Is the EA client publicly available now? Is it still in playtest? I never got it from playtest. It's still in closed beta. Yeah, well, I'll get the client when it's available, I guess. But I don't understand why BlueStacks would only ever fail in GAC. That's the thing. So we put the missile on this guy. And then we have to I think we have to ability block him here, right? The enemy capital ship is gone, so we ability block. I I don't think we can do anything here because we've already lost our tank. We didn't get a kill there. And now we're behind the taunt on the Hound's Tooth. He's already got his first reinforcement in. I think we got to go for more damage. I would bring Plo in here and try to salvage things, but I think we just got to go for damage. Try to get a stun. This is just a loss. I'm not even going to play it. You know what? I'll play it out. I might get a banner. Who knows? See if we can get one banner salvaged out of this somehow. Nope. He's going to heal up the ship. Oh my God. The lost battle gave the enemy capital ship turn meter. That's what happened. That's what happened. It still took the battle client side. That's why he was so much faster than me. Yeah? There's no way. We don't even get a kill here. Did it give the enemy capital ship turn meter? Right. All right, let's try to salvage this last fight here, and I'll just go cry myself to sleep. I'm upset, y'all. I was really looking forward to potentially having a 3-0 week. There's still a chance. I mean, maybe my Rey or my Leia or something will be a problem for him. So, who knows? Maybe my defense will MVP this. But he had all the stuff, right? He's got Bane. He's got all the toys on offense. So, I don't really see a way that this works out in our favor. Frustrating. Okay, they're going to annihilate my tank easily. Here's their first reinforcement. Okay. Try to get some comeuppance here. And let's see if we can kill some stuff. Evens up the playing field quickly, and okay. Good job. That would have been a full clear, boys. Would have been a full clear. Okay, all right. In through the nose, out through the mouth. What do we got here? We've got Third Sister. That team is okay. We've got Jabba. We've got Remnant. We've got Queen Amidala. So he's probably using 2 GLs to clear that zone. Bane against Leia. Leaves him with something that he has to use against Rey. And these two teams here are just garbage. That's it. I think it's a loss, y'all. I think my opponent's got plenty of tools in the toolbox to full clear me. We only saw the Lord Vader and the Rey on defense. So he's got 4 GLs on offense. He's got plenty. If I was a table flipping kind of person, I would have flipped the table right there. All right. They could still blow it too. It's not over till it's over. If you haven't signed up for beta, do it now, unless you'll miss it again if CG gives it to people who signed up for closed beta. If you haven't signed up for beta, do it now. Okay. All right. All right. So yeah, I mean, I've got some pretty good stuff down on defense. And I'm just hoping that maybe the Queen Amidala team will throw him and he has to put something good in there. And maybe Third Sister, you know, he has to put something good in there. And I don't think Phoenix are going to beat my third sister, so hopefully she'll require a GL. And if I can, if that front zone takes a GL to beat Jabba, third sister, and the Padme team, then he can use Bane against Leia. That's a clear win. But then he basically has one try against Rey. And exactly like you said, if he messes it up, maybe there's chances. But I'm gonna assume it's a loss. I think if I would have cleared that, it'd be a win. I think losing that, it's gonna be thumbs down. All right, we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. I'll let you all know next week. Or on Monday when I stream the Lex update, I'll let you all know. Okay, let's take a look at this Ancient Sith that we've got to fight on Lex Talionis. Part of the Imperial Dark Armada. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, stat-wise, 3.9 million galactic power, 1.5 in ships, 2.3 in characters, galactic war battles, 1,7,400, so year and a half old. Ship inventory, Chimera's done, Executrix, Endurance, and Home 1. Folks, if you're playing this game, you gotta be buying Malevolence shards out of the Guild event store. You got to do it. I mean, as much as I wish I was spending my currency on something else, that's all I'm buying with my Guild event 2 currency on this Lex account until I get a 5-star Malevolence. That's just how it has to be, y'all. So yeah, don't find yourself in this situation where you're at 4 million, you're ready for hard conquest, and you don't even have Malevolence or Negotiator. That's a stretch. No capital, no profundity, no Executor, no other stuff. All right, so we've got Vader, Darth Revan, Jedi Knight Revan, and then just some miscellaneous stuff. We've got CLS in here for a single relic team. Rex in here for a single relic team. With mix and matched relics like this, Jedi Knight Anakin should definitely be one of the characters that he's relicked. But I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see Anakin at all. Where is he? I'm going to look specifically for Jedi Knight Anakin. We're going to find him. Gear 11. Yikes. Okay, so if my opponent happens to watch this, work on a Qui-Gon team, get Qui-Gon started, get Jedi Knight Anakin relicked. It looks like you have your own agenda on things that you want to build, but those characters will serve you well, give you a good ship. Anakin's a pilot of one of the best ships in the game. We'll call this person a collector. Collecting some Star Wars stuff. Fifth Brother is the fastest character in the account at 256. Collector confirmed. Nothing wrong with that. It's not a judgment, y'all. Do not judge people for how they play the game. He's having fun his way, or her way, their way. So we won't be judgmental about it. We got a Separatist team here. We've got, I guess, what he considers to be his best defense probably is this Revan. I think we can snipe that apart with our troopers like we did with the last opponent. We got some Ewoks here that we can get some options there. And then some kind of mixed Empire team. Doesn't seem too threatening. I think I'll take that Jedi battle first. We will... Juhani might... No, I don't think we can do Juhani first. I think we have to do Bastila first and then work our way through it. Trooper. And then we're going to use Iden in here as the 5th trooper. Datacron disabled. And we've got enough speed that we should be able to do the armor slice first and still have plenty of turn meter. Just for anybody who's not familiar with troopers, I'll go ahead and narrate how this works. So the troopers get extra turn meter whenever they get a buff. So Moff Gideon's going to go, and he's going to give everybody a stack of Emperor's Trap that gives everybody 10% turn meter. So he takes that. Now everybody's got 2 stacks, and we're going to stack more buffs. So when we do this buff, you see everybody gets offense up, which gives them a 3rd stack of Emperor's Trap and more turn meter. Now we do this mass assist, and everybody's going to get tons and tons of turn meter off that. We're going to do the area effect. That's going to kill Bastila Shan. It'll trigger the Savior effect from Revan, and she'll get a free turn. Okay, I lied. That didn't happen. How about now? There she goes. She got her free turn. Now we're going to target her, and we're going to use Moff Gideon's skill here to remove all the turn meter from all these Jedi and do a bunch of damage to Bastila. And now we're way ahead on turn meter. These troopers will get 50% turn meter when an enemy dies. So as long as we can keep generating kills in the right sequence, it will be... Oh boy. Okay, what just happened? That was a lot of attacks back. I'm not entirely sure. Okay. So we're in trouble now. They did get our Moff Gideon stunned here. We've got 2 taunts to deal with. We've got to get turn meter back up and running. We've lost Iden. We've got the mass assist coming again. So we'll be able to get a kill over here. But we've got to get this Bindo under control. Okay. Maybe we're not going to get Bindo under control. Juhani's in our way. And we're losing traction fast. Now I have a choice. And I think in this particular circumstance, with the teams that I have, I think I have to just let this one go. Okay? So the taunts got in our way. That Bastila was a little harder to kill than I thought she was going to be. If I go again on Jolee Bindo's next turn, he's going to resurrect the 2 dead allies. And I cannot give Bindo a turn and have the full team back because then I'm not entirely sure that I have what it takes to kill this team. So we've got a Relic Kenobi dead. We've got Bastila gone. They'll have turn meter. We're not too worried about that. But I think the right thing to do at this point, since I've lost too many of my troopers, is to just let it time out and take the L and come back in with another team and clean it up. Would you recommend skipping Dark Trooper? I'm building Dark Trooper team. Aaron says, DL may disagree with me, but if you could afford to, I would build him. His damage output is high when he's modded, right? So I will always recommend that the best Imperial Trooper team has Dark Trooper. I believe that the Dark Trooper is the most damaging normal character in the game. So there's characters on journey characters like Jedi Knight Luke that you can get that might have higher overall damage than Dark Trooper. But out of all the characters that you can just farm out of the game and have in a team, Dark Trooper has the highest damage. The character's insane. So always you're going to want a Dark Trooper for your team. The only question is, what are you farming? If you're brand new to the game, like my Lex Talionis account, if you look at my farming tab, there's just nowhere for me to farm Dark Trooper. I have to farm bounty hunter ships so that I can get the Millennium Falcon to 7 stars. I have to farm the characters for the Profundity Journey itself. And when you look at that series of characters, where am I going to fit in Dark Trooper? If I do have any energy left over, I need to farm Kairos and to make sure that I keep pushing my progress on characters that need Kairos. So there's just literally no room in my build for Dark Trooper. If you've got your big capital ship under control, or you've started to complete some of these farms. Look, I still am working on 3PO and Chewie for my CLS team, right? So I use Moff Gideon in my trooper team, and that it'll be that way for probably a year. And when I get caught up here, when I finish out the IG 2000 ship and the Xanadu Blood, and I can get my Millennium Falcon all the way to 7 stars, when those nodes are done, I'll be farming for my Jabba journey, and I can fit Dark Trooper in here and start working on a Dark Trooper. So it's a long answer to the question. The answer is absolutely yes. You definitely want Dark Trooper in your trooper team. The question is, can you afford the hard farm? And if you can afford the hard farm, no questions. No questions. He's the best and brightest of them all. These Ewoks, I really want to be able to Empire this team. There is a chance that this gets shut down, but I think we're good. I think with him not having great mods, I think Thrawn can throw a turn over to Mara Jade. We can get these characters under control, get them all stunned up, and then do a series of 1,000 paper cuts. So we're going to try to get through this with Vader. So I'm planning Veers, Piet, Stark, Dark Trooper, and Range Trooper. I'm stoked now. I'm all for the thorough Loquitur perspective. Good. You're welcome. As always, I hope that this helps people who see it make good choices about building their account very efficiently. That's the goal, to help everybody succeed. And we're going to take a basic here. Don't really care about killing these Ewoks. Mostly. Mara Jade's going to go next. So I'm going to go ahead and take a kick here. Mara Jade's not going to go next. This Ewok's going to interrupt me. Alright, we stole all their turn meter. Now we'll stun them. And we want to keep a lot of Ewoks alive, but not the Elder. Right? So we're just going to take the Elder down right away. Go to completion on his mortality. Let's see if we can get a kill on Tebow. And then, yeah, from here on out, we're just going to slowly work our way through it. And this team, even though it's gear 12, if your team is faster than the enemy team, if you get your Thrawn fast enough or your Mara Jade fast enough, you can kill pretty strong relic teams. Takes a while. Bounty hunters are susceptible to that team. There's quite a bit of stuff that will fall prey to the Mara Jade team. It's pretty good. We've got some bounty hunters. I think our bounty hunter team is pretty mediocre, but so is this team. So we'll take a couple gear 12s in here. We'll kill Gideon first. I still have CLS. I still have Dash Rendar on offense, I believe. And we've still got the Qui-Gon team. But if I'm going to full clear, we've still got some work to do with those Jedi. We'll try to get Gideon killed fast. If we don't... Oh, I really wanted his turn meter. All right, now we've got the damage reduction on from Demoralize. Okay, it's gone. Yeah, once you get demoralized, your damage really goes through the basement. It becomes hard to kill things. So we should be... I'm not getting the contract here, though. Taking forever. We're only at 60% contract because this weakest enemy keeps having foresight. Maybe it's a mistake and I should have picked a different weakest enemy. Got the contract now, though. A little bit too late. I assessed that Thrawn is a threat. Let's get back there on Thrawn. Chip away at him. Okay, never mind. Maybe we just got to kill this Death Trooper. Thrawn's a threat, but Death Trooper's doing lots of damage. Let's see if we can get him out of here. Man, come on. We're doing like no damage. All right. We've got Fracture. We're going to wait for Fracture to be over before we hit the net. I guess we're going to wait a long time. It's the world's longest Fracture. Alright. Got a death mark on. Come on. Get him. Alright. Finally. Zoinks. We're not waiting on the net anymore. We're just throwing it. We're getting the stun. Brings Death Trooper back. Wow. Insult to injury, these guys. Alright, alright. Stun? Nope. Get rid of that death mark. Okay. Alright. We worked our way through it slowly but surely. Man. Krennic too good, huh? I underestimated the power of the Krennic. Boy. We might need to use Qui-Gon back there. Which begs the question then, what are we going to use here? I guess CLS. We could also try Wampa. We could try Wampa versus the Separatistas. Maybe we do that. Okay. Add a Datacron. Just kidding, haha. Revan himself might be the weak link here at the start. Oh. They focused on Luke. Thank you, I guess. Right? Okay, let's get some stuff on Han here. Let's get some blinds on. Han doing Han things. Jolie Bindo doing dying things. Let's go. Try to get more turns to get that buff immunity off of me. Bindo down. Revan down. Just got the crazy cat lady to deal with now. Let's go. Just put it on auto. Nothing to see here. That was like skidding a whale with a toothpick. That's funny. All right. Deal, what do you think about the theory that Indiana Jones did nothing in Raiders of the Lost Ark? The Nazis would have found the Ark anyway and would have perished. Blah, blah, blah. So you're saying that he didn't have to take it away because the Ark would have killed the Nazis anyway? So what then would have happened afterward? What happens afterward? I want to do this Wampa just for the fun because I may get stunned. I have some tenacity, but his Dooku may just stun me into the dirt, and I may lose this. But I want to try it. I want to try it. He should give me a turn or two to get tenacity ramping. And once I get a couple turns, yeah, we're good now, right? We can't be stunned again. The Wampa gains tenacity every turn. So he's susceptible to debuffs like right in the first turn. Whoever goes before Wampa can daze him or stun him or whatever. And he's susceptible to tenacity down. But once he has a couple turns to ramp, his tenacity is just off the charts. So yeah, so let's say Indiana Jones isn't there and the arc goes off and it kills everybody. What's to say that it won't fall into the wrong hands? What's to say that the Nazis might not have figured it out if he wasn't like chasing them and pressuring them? And maybe in that case, they just drop the arc somewhere and let it go off and kill everybody and pick it back up, and they just use it like a weapon. What then? What would happen then? So Indiana Jones prevents more evil. I don't know. That's the best I got. I'm trying to think of some wild, outlandish, controversial thing to say, but I don't have much. You're right. In the grand scheme of things, it didn't have much impact, did it? That's funny. If you get the Mara Jade Omicron, it becomes the EP Mara Jade show in Territory War, which is an absolute riot. Yep, Mara Jade's definitely a force to be reckoned with over in TW. Okay. That was the First Order coming in second place. We'll call them the Second Order now. We're doing it, y'all. We're doing it. We're doing it with trash teams. We're getting in there, punching up, making a difference, making the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes community safe for people to, I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. Making it safe for lower level players to believe that they could punch up against infinite galactic power and still win. That's what we are here. Lex Talionis, the beacon of hope, showing that GAC can be engaged with completely free to play. Okay, let's heal up a little bit here. And wasn't enough. Wasn't enough. Look at that Jedi Knight Anakin ship, y'all. That's why you got to build Anakin out to Relic, because that ship would just be that much better. They're doing some serious damage to me over here. Let's just call the assist and get rid of this healing immunity, like right now. Let's stay on Ahsoka and get her out of here. Here comes a tank. Dang. Now we still gotta deal with Ahsoka. And they're killing my Hound's Tooth. That's crazy. They are actually killing my Hound's Tooth. Through his damage ability. With a Gear 11 Anakin. How? How is this even working? My goodness. Under an endurance. Okay. Beacon of Hope extinguished. I was the Beacon of Hope, but now I am nothing. What is this Anakin ship he's got? No, I don't want to select my capital ship. I just want to look at his stinking fleet. Yeah, it's just an Anakin. It's just a boring everyday Anakin at Gear 11. And he shredded my whole team. Shredded my whole team. It's crazy. Crazy good. I don't think he gets past Radis. Honestly, I don't know what in his team, with that Jedi team on defense. I don't know. Does he have Darth Revan all ready to go? Let's take a quick look. What does he have for Darth Revan? So he's got Darth Revan at Relic. With Vader, he could put Vader in the team. I don't know. I think still with no Relic Bastila, with no Malak. If he had a Malak, then he could beat Radis with no problem. But with just a Relic Darth Revan and needing to bring in like a bunch of Gear 11, 12 stuff, I don't know. I think Radis wins. I think Radis wins. I'm counting this one as a victory unless I see something different, with the idea that we're going to hold on that Radis team. I think we can hold on the Radis team. It's my goal. I'm a firm believer in this AI character. It's in this AI. I can't read it again. I got this little icon that shows up at the bottom of my chat window. It wants me to like put hearts in the chat and whatnot, and I cannot figure out how to move it. So I'm stuck with just this last little bit of text that hides behind the character, and I don't know how to move it. If any of you guys know how to get rid of that thing, let me know so I can manage it. I'm a firm believer in the AI cheating. It's a little hard off. Yeah, I don't know. Man, I tell you, that Anakin hit hard. So I'm like, hey, bro, you got to relic your Anakin because he's so good and he does so much damage in his ship and all that stuff. And then his Gear 11 Anakin just wrecks me anyway. He's like, bro, I don't need to relic nothing. Gear 11's enough. I'm going to relic my Anakin. I think what I'm going to do with this account, I'm settling in on this idea that I'm going to start building toward Jabba. But I think before I do Jabba, I'm going to stabilize my Profundity fleet. We're going to go for a full Relic CLS team. So we're going to do Han, Chewie, 3PO, and Chewpio all to Relics for the purposes of having that team for hard conquest and, solving a lot of problems in Grand Arena. And then I'm going to start building some one Relic teams. We're going to start doing teams like, we're going to do the Dark Trooper for the troopers. We're going to do Wampa, Jedi Knight Anakin, Fives, potentially Bosk, and potentially Thrawn. So the one Relic on Thrawn is going to make the Mara Jade team super competent. Bosk as a Relic is hard for some people to deal with at first. I want him for the Hound's Tooth at Relic. I don't mind, putting him on defense and just letting the opponent deal with my Relic Bosk. I took my Bosk on the Loquitur count up to Relic 7. So I don't know. I don't think I'd even stop at Relic 7. I think for early Grand Arena, we might go up to Relic 7. But I wonder how hard it would be for enemies to deal with a Relic 9 Bosk. A garbage bounty hunter team behind it, get the opponent to underestimate it, but then put in a Relic 9 Bosk. How hard would it be to kill a Relic 9 Bosk? I feel like it could be insanely hard. Because if you put a bunch of defense on him and a bunch of protection, basically his defense is multiplied while he has protection. So I could switch him over to, skip speed. But bounty hunter allies gain 100% defense while they're at full health. So you ramp up his defense and protection, and then you just let this extra 100% multiply on top of that. And I feel like if I did that, if I went all the way to Relic 9 on Bosk, I feel like he would get holds. But the other side of that is, as soon as we get out of Bronzium, we get the Chromium and Erodium, people are just going to have Galactic Legends anyway. So a tactic like that in a fair matchup, if you're fighting against similar GP opponents, they could buy a bunch of light speed bundles, and like all of the light speed bundles would just crash against a Relic 9 Bosk. They would do nothing. But you're going to fight all these characters, people that are 6.9 million galactic power with 5 galactic legends. And so gimmicks like that just don't matter. But it's fun to speculate. But anyway, we could relic like these 5 characters and make Grand Arena teams and kind of try to give ourselves some push through Chromium before we settle in on the Jabba build. And it's 5 relics. The Wampa goes toward the Jabba build anyway. And I don't think I would regret any of these relics. And each one represents a full, in my opinion, a full win in Grand Arena. Jedi Knight Anakin through the Qui-Gon team, 5s through the Clone Bomb team, Bosk potentially getting a hold, Thrawn enabling all kinds of shenanigans with Mara Jade. And again, making him the relic character, you just make him fast, and then he can throw the turn over to Mara Jade, and the speed of your Mara Jade team is then based on however fast you can get Thrawn. Plus, he's a big damage dealer, right? At that point, his basic is pretty good damage. So Thrawn will be doing quite a bit of damage as well. So I'll build these teams out to Relic. And then similarly, if we get Jedi Knight Luke, we can start building a Luke team. And then we'll have to look to getting Jedi Knight Revan up and running. But yeah, so that's a little bit of my theory crafting here. So we'll go Profundity. We'll confirm the Profundity fleet with all the pilots, finish out CLS, and then just build some teams for GAC before we go fully into the Jabba. That's my plan, and then when we hit Jabba, we should hit 4 million. We should be in Conquest. I never intended to play this account this long, and honestly, with the lack of fleet placement and the slow progress in this account, it was like just torture at first, even trying to play this account. But now I've kind of settled into it. It's not bad. I've given myself like enough therapy that I can accept that I don't have to go as fast as possible. Just got to remind myself like it's okay. It's all right. Let's knock the edge off this energy. This team's at 100%. Wow. We're in Zone 5. We're in Zone 5 on normal already, guys. With just a couple teams here in Conquest. But when you can do that, that's the reason why we can make progress in Conquest. We can do that with Radis, and we can do the same thing with Dash Rendar. As long as we have access to those, support characters go crazy. Data discs here in Conquest. We could take our support characters and get a bunch of support wins. So here we've got a CLS team. We throw out C-3PO and we sneak in a Dash Rendar. And the CLS team kind of gives us a little bit of control at the start of the battle. So here, for example, we can try to stun up Dooku and make sure that he doesn't do any nonsense. And then, let's see, just do stuff here. And then Dash Rendar should kill everything. Newt comes back for a second round. He won't last long. And there you go. So basically I'm beating Conquest with 2 characters. A Dash Rendar and a Radis. Now, the data discs, for anybody who's a newer player, it says they don't stack. So, Zealous Ambition Okay, it doesn't have that written on Zealous Ambition, but on some of these it says that they say that they don't stack. But the different colors, definitely stack. So if you've got this level, like lowest level white one and the green one and another blue, like let's say I got a blue one, they all stack. They definitely multiply on top of each other. So with 2 of them, my relic support characters can just destroy stuff. And if I had Grandmaster Yoda up and running, Grandmaster Yoda would be another one that we could come in and just annihilate people with, because he's also a support and would have a ridiculous multiplier. So some tips and tricks to help you in your conquest. All right, that's going to wrap it up for me, y'all. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I appreciate each and every one of you. Still angry over that crash on the DL account. Man, we were doing so well. I was on track for a full clear. I felt good about it. I still feel like cheated, guys. I feel cheated. You know what? Next time, I might reset my account at the start, and I might reset it again. I might make it a habit that if we get to fleets, that I reset the whole thing before fleets. Anyway, bummer, but still got chances to win if our defense can hold out. Thank you all for watching. Please remember to hit that like button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Subscribe to the channel to see more of my stuff in the future. Use the notification bell if you want to see me live when I do my live streams. The Discord link is up above and down below. We've got a great Discord community. It's a fantastic place to hang out. Lots of resources over there. People talking about how to build accounts efficiently. There's a Ask Loquitur channel where you can ask me questions directly. You can ask me things about the game. You can ask me things about real life. You can ask me whatever you want, and I'll try to give you a good answer, a serious answer, maybe sometimes a funny answer if you're looking for humor. So hope to see you over there. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next time.